Good day again, guys. So let me talk about the topic on free web hosting. And let me share my screen. As I've said, you can actually search for this on the net, and there are free web hosting services that are available. You just have to be patient as you look for certain free web hosts. So let me share my screen. And as I've mentioned, there are available web hosting services. There are such sites that actually provide a free trial. Okay? So there's what they call the trial version or evaluation copy. So let's dive in to the topic. This is the first step in order for you to use a web host. So the first thing that you have to do is, of course, you need to sign up. In my case, what I found here, because I use this for ASP scripts, in your case, you have to use a website or web host that accepts PHP scripts or source codes. So this is just an example. So in smarterasp.net, this is actually its URL. And that's where I was able to get to this particular free web host. So first, it says that in the sign up, I have to choose, of course, the trial account. And I'm going to get 0 charge on this, meaning I have nothing to pay. And aside from that, there's the domain name and the member information in the sign up portion. Next is, I have to fill out, of course. So aside from the members, so let's go back to that. You have to provide the login, this one. Okay. So in my case, I used the login name Abigail SC, and this was the email address that I used. So after providing the login name and the email address, I have to provide the password, and I have to also check the terms and conditions. Now, this is just an affiliate ID, so no need to fill it out. It's optional. Afterwards, I click submit, or you can click submit. After that, so the first step is to sign up. The second step is activate the account. So you will receive an email, and in this case, it says your activation. So this is the email that I needed to do. I mean, I need to access in order for me to activate the account. So after receiving the email, there's the link which says, please click below to activate your account. And then after activating that link, it redirects me to the smarterasp.net account center. So it shows here what product was activated. It's a 60 days free trial web host. And as you can see, I get nothing to pay for. So it's good for roughly 2 months, 60 days. Next, after I was able to sign up, activate my account, then I need to log in with my account details. So using the same URL, I type in my username, my password, and then I have to click sign in. And then once I sign in, I have to choose my web hosting account. In this case, you can see at the the left-hand panel, there's the hosting account. So in this particular list, of course, I'm availing of the 60 days free trial. That's why it says here also, it's a 60 days free trial. This is the account. Now I've chosen the account. Next is I have to set it up. So to set up, of course, look at the wizard. You have here the steps on the left-hand side panel. And it says, first we set up the host. Okay? So to set up the new hosting account, remember, we have to type in the hosting account info. So first the username. Yeah, so as I used Abigail SC a while ago, it can be the one that I can use. And then I just have to add like something like -001 because I wanted that to be part of my ID. Okay? It's better that you use numbers at the end of your username so that you'll know which web hosting account this is, because you can have as many web hosting accounts as you wish. And then you click the next button. So once we set up our web hosting account, aside from the hosting ID, hosting account ID, look at the hosting plan name. This is the same product that was mentioned a while ago. And then this is very important, the file transfer protocol server. So FTP stands for file transfer protocol. This is how you can transfer the files from your computer to the web host. This is the protocol. And as I've mentioned, I have my FTP login ID, which is the same as my web hosting account ID to avoid any confusion. And of course, we need to click on submit afterwards. So after signing up, logging into the account, and then choosing the hosting account, setting up the web hosting account, then you will see that you will be redirected to this. Remember, we're still in the account info, right? And then this is the hosting account. So you just look at the left-hand side panel, like in this example. And then I have here the plan name, which is the free one. And look, this is my memory for that particular free web hosting. So it's just 1,000 megabytes. Well, you cannot expect more since this is free. And then there's also the purchase date, then the expiration date, because it's only valid for 60 days. Next is there's the control panel login info, same as my hosting account ID. And there's the FTP address. Okay. After this, you can click on Start File Transfer Protocol. And then afterwards, that is already the step in transferring the file. So now, this is the web application project to a smarter ASP.NET server using file transfer protocol. So it has the steps. Now, if you're using a certain IDE, in this case, the integrated development environment used was Visual Studio. So there's a menu there that is called build, okay? And then afterwards publish. Now, in your case, since you can actually explore, I will suggest, if you like, you can actually use Adobe Dreamweaver. It has FileZilla. which is its file transfer protocol if you would like to explore. Adobe Dreamweaver will be your programming IDE or software. Okay, so that's another example. If you are not using, of course, ASP scripts, you can actually use PHP in Adobe Dreamweaver. And then afterwards, so you click on the menu for publishing the site. So this is build menu, then you click publish, and then this will bring up the publish web dialog box. So you change the publish method to FTP. And then this is the very important part. In the target location field, enter FTP host. So this is your hosting ID. Okay, this is your FTP hosting ID a while ago that was mentioned. So if that is the case, then you have to record or take a screenshot of your hosting ID account, the FTP account as well. Then replace site 1 with the directory you wish to publish. For example, if it's not site 1, let's say you put their homepage. Okay, so you can actually put their homepage instead of site 1. And then for additional FTP users, just set the FTP address to FTP and then the domain name. If you are publishing to subdirectory, please make sure it exists on the server. So what is a subdirectory? Let's say, guys, you have a folder within a folder. So that is a subdirectory. Make sure it has contents before you publish it. So meaning all your websites are already in place, and all you have to do is to upload them in your free web hosting account. After that, you can now proceed to entering the FTP username in the username field, and then in the password field, enter the FTP password. Afterwards, you click publish. Right? So this is if you are using this particular IDE. This is also the same thing for Adobe Dreamweaver. It also has there a menu for publish, and they're also the same steps. So again, to publish, you have to change the method to make sure it's file transfer protocol, and then make sure you enter the target location. So once you have your target location field, then you enter your FTP host ID. After that, you choose the website that needs to be uploaded. Let's say homepage, if that's the first site that you'd like, or let's say it's the Cakes Are Us site. So that's another website. And then after that, type in your FTP username in the username field. Type in your FTP password in the password field. And as I mentioned, click publish. So after that, you will also notice that this is the dialog box that I was talking about. So here you have now a publish profile. This one. So the publish uses settings from, this is the crumbs, breadcrumb. So package/publish web, meaning the folder is package. The subdirectory is publish web. And package publish SQL tabs in the project properties. So afterwards, find web hosting provider. So this is what I said, the publish method should be FTP. And this is the target location, which is FTP smarterasp.net. This is the free web hosting domain, ftp.smarterasp.net. Then this is the name of your website. So if your website is about pizzas, let's say pizza place, that's the name of the website. So that's site 1. You have to add it there after the /. And then the option button is on replace matching files with local copies. And as I've mentioned, you have to type in your FTP username. So in this case, it's FTP username, and you have to supply the password. Afterwards, you click on publish. So there goes the steps how to use the free web hosting account. So again, just to remind you, first you have to sign up to a free web hosting account. And then after you sign up, you have to log into that web hosting account. And after you log in, after you log into that web hosting account, you choose your web hosting account, then you set it up, and then you publish. So there goes the topic about the free web hosting. And I hope you learned how to publish your websites through this lesson.